The past still whispers, the future unfolds. A timeline of questions waiting to be revealed. Powered by the force, the ultimate mission to bring balance to the universe. My midi-chlorian readings are ones of fictional stories. The force chose me to bring light into the galaxy.
Bada boom, bada bing. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iacon Files. It is Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you know, I snapped my fingers. I got all the Infinity Gems together, and I said, you know what? What is the ultimate cast I can have for this 13 Primes show? And boom, you guys just showed up. The minute I snapped my fingers, I'm like, you know what? I'm good to go now.
All right.
Bada boom, bada bing, man. We got, you know, let me say this. You guys were here when we did those, you know, the What If on the 1986 movie, Transformers movie. And that was a lot of fun, man. We got a lot of good feedback from that. And there's a lot of feedback for this show, believe it or not. Before I even dug into this, I didn't know about the 13 Primes. You know, I know Optimus Prime, and that's about it. I'm like, what? The 13 Primes? What are you talking about? You know, I didn't even know Alpha Trion was a 13 Prime, you know? So, and digging into this, I got excited about it, guys. Like, Ryan Carter got me excited in getting the actual Hasbro 13 Prime figures. And I was like, the first one I got was Leeds Maximo. Because I digged him. I thought his alt mode was pretty awesome, and that's as far as I was gonna go. But Ryan was like, "Yo, you know, we gotta do this. You know, if we buy more, and maybe the third-party companies will do it." And I got to be honest, guys, it was a lot of fun, man, going to the stores and hunting for these figures, because it's like I don't have that feeling when buying other like third-party stuff. Because like, hey, this is coming out. Okay, cool. I'll pre-order, you know, mission accomplished, right? But to actually go out, drive to a store and look to see what they have, you know what I'm saying? That was exciting for me. And I don't know if you guys caught it yesterday, but I went to the flea market and I was able to find Onyx, dude, out of all places. I found Onyx Prime. And I was like, yo, are you serious? You know, so I'm excited, man. So I'm glad you guys are here, because I'm going to be honest, I'm very limited on this, but that's okay, because I snapped my fingers and you guys arrived. So we're going to do this. Let's go around. Let's start with Chris, Gibbs, DJ, Q. Let's go around and guys say whatever you have to say. I know you guys got some new stuff going on, so let's take it from there, Chris.
All right, man. This is your boy Iacon Chris, aka Phoenix Sword. You've been seeing him on the Transformers Third Party Kingdom, and I want to say, hey, welcome to the Iacon Files. Hey, it's not that I was named after him; he was named after me. So if you did not know, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. So what's going on?
Yo.
Go ahead, Gibbs.
That's it.
Yeah.
We got Ryan Carter.
You can't be on mute.
We got,
what's up, everybody? Glad to be on the show tonight with Mike Grajales and the brothers.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to check out my new little page I made, the Give ATL Chronicles. So y'all go check that page out. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the page.
That's right. Like and subscribe.
yo, that's been cool. I gotta say, I've been looking forward to seeing your daily post on that, and it brought a lot of memories on some of the stuff that you brought up, and just the stuff that you bring up is good for a talk show. Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really good, man. You know, definitely, you know, seeing you step up and adding stuff to the kingdom. It's something, you know, you guys know I've been trying to get everybody motivated to post anything, you know, even if you get a pack of gum, do it unboxing, you know. So shout out to you Giz, for definitely, man. It's nice to see you doing stuff like that.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother.
DJ.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? It's DJ here. Hey, I'm just glad to be on the panel with my brother to talk about the 13 Primes. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you. Awesome Prime, what's happening?
What's going on?
What's up, Awesome Prime?
What's going on?
What up?
Yeah, it took me a while. Awesome Prime is actually Ryan Carter. You know, because everybody got different names.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like talking to Ryan on my phone, and I'm talking to Prime on the computer. I'm like they're two different people.
That's funny.
Q.
What's going on, everybody? First of all, thank you for having me on the show. I'm proud to be sitting here amongst the ranks of the greats. So thank you for the opportunity. As far as me, I'm a mixed bag, man. I really need to step up and do my videos and unboxing and all that stuff, but I'm lazy and I have the attention span of a overstimulated squirrel, so I tend to forget. You know, I'm it is what it is, man. But to me, the most important part of this is getting to hang out with my peoples, and I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna see if I can step it up this summer though and put some more content out. But you know, shout out to Third Party Kingdom and my TF Marauders.
Yeah,
brothers.
Marauders, that's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Bada boom, bada bing. Man, all right, man. This is gonna be cool. Like I said, it might be more parts to this, but that's fine. You know, I don't want to. You know, we'll do what we can. I feel like we got some good content here. I'm excited to go through this with you guys. I'm excited for you guys to see the images that were created, and I'm just excited just to see exactly how good this chat actually came up with questions. You know, so. I can't even tell you if they're actually good questions or not, because I don't know much about the Prime. So thank God you guys are here, and we're gonna get into this, man. Because like I said, last time we did the Transformers movie, we were on wheelie for like 30 minutes. So all right. So one cool thing that I did was I created like a family tree, and I told ChatGPT create like a family tree for the primes, and it did a few of them. I'm going to share that with you guys before we actually get into questions. You might have to maximize your screen just to give you a heads up, because some of the lettering is small. The lettering is only small on these ones. When we get to the questions, you'll be able to see those fines, but these ones, for instance, this one, I'll blow it up so I can read it. So the 13 Primes family tree, Primus, creator, god of Cybertron, and life giver of the Primes. The 13 Primes, first generation of Cybertronian legends. So is that accurate, guys? I mean, I'm like, oh, it sounds cool. Is that even accurate?
Well, we were actually just having a conversation about that, and it's going to depend upon continuity base.
Yeah.
But for me, and I'm sure everyone on this panel is going to agree that when you deal with the Book of the Covenants and you're dealing with any kind of continuity in time, I think that the Book of the Covenant needs to be a prime universe, and everything else, all other continuities, is an extension of that.
Exactly.
To kind of put it in perspectives.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Let me see here. So next image is going to be, see if we can blow this up. The source of the 13 Prime. So it says Prima, the first Prime, bearer of the Star Saber, symbol of light, justice, and leadership. Vector Prime, guardian of the time and space, ancient traveler across realities. Alpha Trion, keeper of wisdom, records, history, and prophecy, mentor figure to future Autobots. Solus Prime, the great Forge Master, creator of legendary weapons and artifacts. And Micronus Prime, first Minicon, master of power, linking, and energy sharing. Does that sound correct, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I just want to add something.
Yeah.
For Micronus Prime, yes, he is the first Minicon and the progenitor to the Minicons. But let's not forget the Micromaster Transformers too, because they're about his size as well. I know it's not talked about a lot, but you know, reading up, I made that determination that hey, not only is he the progenitor for the Minicons, but also the Micromasters as well.
All right. All right, next we got Alchemist Prime, Mystic Scientist, and Master of Transformation, Chemistry, and Hidden Knowledge. Nexus Prime, First Combiner, represents unity, combination, and teamwork. Onyx Prime, First Beast Form, Transformer, connected to instinct, nature, and beast modes. Amagamus, I think I always say that wrong. Amagamus.
Amalgamous.
Amagamus.
Yeah, amalgamous.
Yep.
Shapeshifter represents infinite transformation and changing forms. And Quintus Prime, Lifebringer and Creator, associated with seeding life across the universe.
Yep.
And this is all part of like Make Me a Family Tree type thing. So I'm just going through that with you guys before we dive into the questions there. This is the last three here. Leeds Maximo, Trickster, Manipulator, and original Decepticon-like shadow figure. Megatronus Prime, the Fallen, powerful warrior prime who fell into darkness after tragedy and betrayal. And then the 13th Prime, often connected to Optimus Prime, represents hope, sacrifice, and rebirth. So what is this? What is the 13th Prime though? It doesn't say a name though. Who is that one supposed to be? Vector?
No. Optimus Prime actually though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He the 13 Prime.
Okay.
That's Optimus Prime. Yep.
What about isn't Alchemist supposed to be on here?
Yeah.
I already said Alchemist.
He did. He said Alchemist
Yeah,
at number
it
6.
says-
okay.
Number 6.
Okay.
Let me see. There's another one. Maybe. Okay. What's this one? Let me see what this is.
Well,
So I guess it's dividing. You got Light and Order, Primer, and Alpha Trion. Knowledge and Time, Vector Prime, Alchemist, and Micronus.
Okay, I see the order you got them going. Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead. My
Ancient
apologies.
and Power, Solus Prime, and Quintus Prime. And this last one here is Transformation, Amagamus. Did I say it right?
Amalgamous.
Amalgamous.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Amalgamous.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Onyx
sometimes.
Prime, Unity and Beast, Nexus and Micronus, Shadow and Conflict, Liege, Megatronus, and the Fallen. So that's like everything that it created as far as a family tree, if there was such a thing for these guys. I thought it was kind of interesting. So with that being said, let me just make sure we get the comments here. Ryan Stacks, yo, what's up, bro? Welcome to the Iacon Files.
So Stacks.
Stacks.
So,
What do you do?
What's happening?
Sounds like we need some MP versions.
Did he really have these Nesatron
yeah,
on?
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh man,
All right.
What you say, Chris?
He had these Nesatron on his thing, man.
Oh, who did that?
Stacks.
Stacks.
Man.
Back.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Bada boom. All right, I'm going to start with the first question. All right, this guy snuck in here, so it's going to be one question for this guy, and then on another show we'll do more of him. But since he's here, we'll start off with him. Was Alchemist Prime the greatest creator among the 13, or the most dangerous because she could transform into anything? I didn't even know there was a girl. Was it a girl, or was that a mistake?
Alchemist.
No, one of the 13 primes was a female.
Solus, right?
So, yeah.
Shit, I think that's a mistake on chat right there, though.
I thought Prime was a girl.
You know what, Gil? At first, I thought Prima was a woman as well, but in actuality, there's only one female, and that was Solus. Now, now Prima does look like a woman. I agree. Prima does look like a woman.
Yeah.
But in actuality, he's a male.
Okay.
So, what do you guys got? Can you guys elaborate a little bit on this guy? Was Alchemist Prime the greatest creator among the 13 or the most dangerous because he could transform into anything?
I would say he would definitely be one of the most dangerous, being that his transformation was unpredictable. You never know what he could transform into. But if I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say 100% wholeheartedly the most dangerous creator, because Solus Prime was a hell of a creator herself.
Yeah. But when I was reading, she's been some crazy stuff.
Yes, lots of it.
What's up, Rocker Royale? Was the one who could transform into anything.
I'm Alchemist.
Well, in my opinion, the greatest creator among 13 primes would be Quintus, because he's the one that experimented with, creating life, and especially when he created the Quintessons, which turned out to be one of the most dangerous life forms to, against the Transformers and everything.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
So I guess the question would be, you have to put them in tiers. Who would be the most dangerous out of the three? Amalgamus, Quintus, or Solus?
Yeah, Amalgamus was the first shapeshifter. Yeah, he could transform into anything. You're right, Walker. You're absolutely right.
I don't know. I think Solus has gone down in history as being
I think so too.
the most creatively powerful. I mean, you have the in certain continuities, she was responsible for the Solus shit, the boom shield, the Solus blaster, the Star Saber, which are some of the most dangerous weapons ever created in Transformer history. So
And it says she created a lot of relics too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And you know what show kind of touch on that a little bit? Transformers Prime.
Transformers Prime.
Yep, it touch on that.
Yep.
And even what was that? There was I think it was the YouTube Run series.
Yeah, I saw that.
Makia. What the hell is it called? Something Makia. They produced a short run. That's where we got to see the Dinobots combined for the first time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I did not like that show, man.
You're talking about
the Mashima or something. What is it?
With the IP and all that stuff. I'm talking about Combiner Wars.
Yeah, Combiner Wars and all that. Yeah.
I'm with you.
I think Combiner Wars Machina or something.
Yeah, Machina, yeah.
I'm trying to hold on. Seeker's asking for a link.
I can send it to him.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, I'll send it to him.
All right, let's and you guys let me know too, like I said, because I can't even tell if some of these are accurate or not because I don't have enough knowledge. So, well, next is gonna be.
There you go, Alpha Trion.
Was Alpha Trion the true keeper of Cybertron's history, or did he shape history by choosing which truth survived?
Well, both.
I think it's both.
I think it's both, yeah.
Because see, the reason why I say that, because I truly believe in my heart of hearts that there was a hidden agenda that Alpha Trion had. We just don't know that hidden agenda, because when you actually go through the lore and you look at what move or what role he played in a lot of stuff, it's like, okay, why would you do that?
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit of both on him.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because Alpha Trion is equivalent to a Grandmaster, the keeper of the sacred knowledge, because the artifacts that he had, not only did he possess the Covenant of Primus, but he also had the Quill, which was used to record the past, the present, and the future of Cybertron. So he basically did shape the history. And there is a rumor that with the 13th Prime, that the 13th Prime actually told Alpha Trion to delete himself from the records.
Hey, did you see what Jonathan Rose said? He said, didn't Megatronus take all the 13 primes out?
Mhm.
He did.
Or he tried to.
Oh,
He tried to, and that's how he became the Fallen. After they outcast him, he
that's
became
right.
the Fallen.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
But see, and I was gonna try to avoid this conversation, but it has to be said.
Okay, bro.
The problem with
Uh-oh.
trying to track and get a proper understanding of all this stuff is that you have so many different continuities to draw from, because
Yep.
Hasbro keeps on rolling the dice and changing
Yep.
it based on what their monetary expectations are.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when we sit here and we try to piece all this stuff together, there's going to be very few examples where something is dead correct. It's all about
Right.
assumption, understanding, and guesswork at this point.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Ivan, what up, brother?
What's up, Seiko?
What's going on, fellas?
What up, brother?
Sorry for the tardiness. Call DMV
No worries,
traffic, bro.
I hear that,
It's all
bro.
good.
Hey, no worries, brother. I understand. I used to be in that traffic too, so I get it.
So you know.
Yeah.
Got that no sir shirt on too.
All right.
Word up.
Rapping.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Was Alpha Trine more of a teacher, a guardian, or a hidden architect, is it saying?
Shoot,
I
you
He's
know,
a combination.
Yeah, a combination of
Yeah.
all three. Yeah, all three of them. Yeah.
Well, I think he was more a guardian and a hidden architect than he was a teacher. He only taught lessons when he had to, when he was forced based on the predicament that was going on. He didn't openly teach because he hid a lot of information, actually. So I think he was more manipulative than he was guiding, so
Wow.
to speak.
You're right.
That's true.
Yes.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's all right, man.
That's 100% true, because like I say, man, and this is just me, and I'm gonna piece some puzzles together on this. We had this conversation a little bit about this conversation earlier, Gil. So when you start dealing with Alpha Trion, who's kind of like the centerfold of the 13 primes, he only told you on an as need to know basis what he wanted you to know, for you to be a pawn in his grand scheme or whatever it was he was plotting. Whoever knows what that was outside of himself. So to Question's point, I think he was a heavy manipulator in a lot of things, even when it comes down to the passing on of the Matrix.
Right.
Man, Chris, you always stuck with that. You know what I'm saying? That part of Alpha Trion, man. That's all you always said about him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, a lot of it matches too, though. You know,
Yeah, he always had an agenda.
He
Yeah,
did.
that's
I mean,
true.
think about the whole. You know, if Manu's coming, he's gonna get mad at this about the time travel thing with the aerial bot, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at
Hey.
the end of the day, you mean to tell me he was essential part of creating the aerial bots,
Yeah.
who in
Right.
turn went back in time, brought Orion Pax to him to create Optimus Prime.
Right.
Being the fact that he was the historian from back in the day,
Yeah.
when the existence of the primes, you mean to tell me there wasn't a little bit of manipulation in that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of manipulation in that.
Yeah.
There you go. So I mean, a lot of it was planned.
Yeah.
Hey, Seeker, don't mention time travel when Manu come on here. He might blow
Oh,
a
he's
gasket.
coming.
Nah, he gonna have to blow it, because we gotta have it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gotta have it.
Plus, Alpha Trion had a direct connection with Primus, which is why Primus gave him the Covenant of Primus, the book to record history.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yep.
Allegedly.
Because look, I could walk back from the corner store with a book and say God gave it to me, but you know.
And,
And
I get it.
nobody was there.
And
To
I
your
get
point,
it.
nobody was there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you gotta have faith, but my point is, giving his background where he chose to withhold key information at key points, and obviously there's some evidence of manipulation there, so you have to kind of question his intent and purpose and everything that he has a hand.
Awesome Optimus just brought something up that I was about to start speaking about. He also made Ariel, which is now a Leader 1, right?
Yeah.
And you know,
Right.
it was funny enough that came up because I was just watching the episode, The Search for Alpha Trion, where you see the fembots, right?
Yeah.
And he told her, don't use your power. Remember that clearly. Do not use your power.
Right.
Yeah.
But then my dog Starscream had Optimus done. He was about to cook him in a pot. And she used the power to stop time, right? Save Optimus, which later he inserted, the wire into her.
We know Starscream couldn't bust a grape in a food fight.
Yeah, we know that. Hey,
He had him. He had him. You can't admit.
Starscream always come close, but he never finished though. Never.
He was about to if it wasn't for Alita with her time powers, and he told her not to do it. Right?
Why would
that's a setup, dude.
Why would
he knew he was going to do it.
Why would Alpha Trion give her this ability if he says don't use it no matter what?
I guess it's really
Manipulation.
That's that manipulation and a part of his hidden gender. So, and this may be reaching like into the outer beyonds, because again, I don't quite fully understand the intent of Alpha Trion, but I know he's very, very manipulative, and there's a lot of things that he's not telling us. And I'm just gonna throw this as an example. I gotta try to piece this together. What if the result of Prime not using the full potential of the Matrix or what was inside of him because of some kind of source code that because you got to remember, Alpha Trion built that body, right? So if he built it, there are a lot of safe codes in there or functions in there that Optimus Prime can't fully tap because Alpha Trion fully owns that. What if the breaking of Alpha Trion's hold and manipulation is the result of Nemesis Prime? So now I'm thinking back, everything that I thought I was doing was under something that you put into play. I never really had a choice in this.
Hey, Chris, think about it though. Nemesis Prime was in that Netflix series though.
Yes, he was.
Prime, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But one thing about Orion, one thing about Alpha Trion, I mean, he was the keeper of records. He was the keeper of secrets. He was the keeper of all the memory for Cybertron. And he was also one of the co-founders of the Cybertron civilization, because the other Prime that is quoted the founder of Cybertron civilization is Alchemist Prime, aka McAdams.
Yeah, I forgot about him, man. Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for
go ahead.
Alpha Trion. I don't know about you guys. Every time I see him show up in a cartoon or something, immediately what I feel is like, here comes, like he to me anyways, I don't know if it's the same with you guys, it's like some kind of presence that comes with this character. When I see him, it's like, damn, I better be on my best behavior. This guy knows what he's talking about. He seems like a father figure. What do you guys take on this?
I think about the bodies he got in that lab.
Yo, Chris don't forgive him, man.
Yeah, he ain't gonna forget that.
He looks at him with one eye open, bro, every time.
Hey, Chris is not gonna let that down, boy.
No, sir.
Bodies hit the floor.
I mean, if Optimus is to be viewed as the equivalent of a father figure, then yeah, Alpha Trion would be grandpa. You know what I mean? Like he does have this stoic energy about him, but at the same time, while we're having this conversation, you gotta question dude. Like you gotta question his intent in the way he does things. Like for the simple fact that he gave Optimus the Matrix, right? But until key moments, he didn't reveal certain factors about the Matrix. Like, why didn't you tell Optimus ahead of time that he could tap into the Matrix to talk with the elders to get insight and knowledge that probably could have prevented the war from getting as bad as it did? If he could have been able to tap into that knowledge base, say 4 million years prior to crashing on Earth in their darkest moment, would the war have lasted that long?
But can you really say that though, Quest, though? Because
no, I'm not. Well, it's a possibility. I'm questioning it.
Yeah, that's true. But you know how if you throw in Vector Sigma, you know what I'm saying? You throw him in, that kind of change some stuff around too a little bit.
Yeah. Which is why earlier I said Alpha Trion had a connection, a direct connection with Primus, because Alpha Trion is the key.
The key, right? The key to Vector, exactly.
And what is Vector Sigma but a computer basically holding the soul of Primus,
You're
the
right.
ability to create, right?
Mhm.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
you know, that I kind of side with Chris sometimes, though, because it does make you think. I mean, now, if you want to go a little bit in terms of the quote unquote religious side, that just the concept of, you know, to all are one, that usually comes from a belief structure, right? So
Yes.
with belief usually comes some prophecy. He was around from this ancient times. Perhaps he couldn't control what was happening, even though there might have been a prophecy to indicate what was to come. So I think at that point he manipulated based on said prophecy for the creation of Optimus Prime, because it was prophesized of the coming of Megatron, right? This
Mhm.
dark force, this ultimate force that was going to come and be a complete, you know, just badass and being able to take Cybertron. So he, at this point, he had to know somewhat about the prophecy to be able to manipulate the creation of the aerial bots to the whole cycle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
So I side with Chris that there was some sort of intent from him, but there is some sinister lab work going on too.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Was it culture or cult?
Oh, that's a good question, bro.
I would say it's a quick-
Hey, that's a good question, man.
I would say
Personally,
culture.
I'm gonna want to say code a little bit, dog.
Here- this is where I'm at with it. I'm gonna say it was culture at first, but when the ego chips came in on the primes, it became cult.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
agree
like
with
any,
that.
and like any other cult group, everybody had their individual perspective, and there was those that followed certain, you know, ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Megatronus had to have a cult for the Decepticons to be born. The idea
hang
of
on,
the
y'all.
concept of it, right?
Yeah.
Did y'all
What do you
just
think,
notice the dynamic and dramatic music shift that Mike Graham just paid, and everybody just started really going in on the cult factor?
Yeah. No, I paid attention to that.
About that.
I paid
My
attention to
dog
that.
had
dog.
it planned perfect,
yeah.
Mike. Perfect.
Yeah, he did. He had it planned perfect
Yeah.
too, man.
Yeah.
But hey, Chris, I do agree with you on one thing though, man. Like, cause I thought about something, man. You keep saying something about those bodies lined up in the lab, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So if you go back and look at the cartoon when Orion Pax got killed, right?
Yeah.
They did have some bodies up in that lab.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of bodies in that lab,
Yeah,
man.
he had a lot of bodies in that lab. I just thought
Body
about
parts
that.
everywhere.
Just
You know,
hanging
yeah,
out,
yeah,
look like a
yeah.
meat locker or something.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. I just thought about that.
man was a mad scientist, brother.
Yeah,
That lab was a junkyard.
yeah, it was a junkyard. It was. I just thought about that.
That's right, Jonathan.
Junkyard.
All right. Did Alpha Trion's greatest power come from knowledge, compassion, or his ability to guide leaders like Optimus Prime?
Yeah, it
Maybe
gotta
his
be it.
true power wasn't just what he knew, but what he helped others become more. Can't read it because of the comments.
You gotta be the knowledge on that, man. because
I
he
would
ain't
say
really-
so. Knowledge.
it's knowledge, man. He
What we
ain't
were
really
just
got-
talking about.
Yeah.
And I don't think he had a lot of compassion, to be honest,
Right.
with you, because he was
Yeah.
willing to let Optimus. If the aerial bots wouldn't have begged him practically to save Orion, right?
Right.
He would have just let him go. So I don't think anything he does is about compassion. I think he uses his knowledge
Yeah.
to guide events into what he wants to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
But also remember that it was Alpha Trion when Megatron took the key to Vector Sigma. Alpha Trion, the key to activate Vector Sigma so he could bring the aerial bots to life. So in my opinion, that's compassion right there. He gave his life so that 6 others could live.
He was tired. He wanted to go home.
I got a question too.
Hey man, hey, 90 million years around or being around, man, kind of gets you a little old and sluggish a little bit.
You ain't
he was
lying,
tired,
bro.
man.
He gave
No, I
it up.
tried.
I got a question too. When Alpha Trion remade Orion Pax into Optimus Prime, did he lose memory of who he was? Because later, what you guys were talking about when Alpha Trion was at Vector Sigma, and what was it? No, when he was when Optimus when he brought Alita one up to Alpha Trion for help, and he's like, "Oh, plug in your I forgot what it is. Plug in your this because it'll help it." But how would you know that? Only my creator would know that. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, I know he got injured, so I think he was unconscious, right before Alpha Trion took him in. So maybe he didn't see that part. You know?
I think he lost certain parts of his memory, but he knew that he was rebuilt though. He knew that because think about it. When he got killed and he came back and he said, Megatron tricked me, whatever. Remember that? He said Megatron tricked me. I put too much trust in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that part of the cartoon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he got some sort of memory with him being Orion Pax.
Right.
And to Quest's point, in a lot of continuities, when he's released the Matrix, he reverts back to Orion Pax, and he knows who he is, right? In certain continuities, what is the one where Megatron turns into a plane? God, man, the show, the latest one, No, it's not Power of the Primes.
You're not talking about a plane or a helicopter.
Where he's a plane and he becomes at the end of the show like a Beastmaster kind of plane, like mixed with Unicron. It was one of the latest episodes before.
Primes?
Prime.
In the Primes, he's an aircraft.
Transformers Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. Rise of the Predacons. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, and there's one part where he loses the Matrix there, and he completely reverts back to a time and place where he's just Orion Pax, and he's siding with Megatron. Remember? And he's actually got the Decepticon symbol, and he's got him working. And he's looking at Megatron, and then he slowly realizes, wait, something's up. You're not with the Autobots. You're not for the Autobots.
But you know what?
Memory.
But Ivan, did he turn back to the Orion Pax? Because I don't think he never removed the Matrix out of it. If you talking about Transformers Prime, though, he never removed
Yeah, he did. Remember that? I forget the character's name. The human character goes to Cybertron to kind of refill it by Vector Sigma to bring him back.
That's right. That's right. All right, there you go. All right. Okay, I remember.
So he does revert back to Orion Pax. But you know, he doesn't like become smaller like in some of the other continuities.
Right. Okay, I remember that now. That's what threw me up because he never
That's right.
got a little smaller. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay, gotcha.
So like in that continuity, he forgets who he is in terms of Optimus Prime, and he goes back to Orion Pax. In others, he doesn't. He realizes he doesn't have the Matrix. Like look at the Skybound, right, Quest? That he lets go of it to Alita. But he's still someone himself.
All his memory, and he changes his physical form, but he's still the same person.
Correct. So it's a lot based on the continuity that you're kind of reading or that you're observing.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of people sleep on that Transformers Prime, though.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's a good storyline.
Yeah.
Jack and RC, that's right.
that's right. RC.
Yeah.
I got a
it was
question.
a storyline, and then plus it really did introduce fans to the 13 Prime, in my opinion.
My question is, and maybe I should know this, but since I'm among greatness here, I'm going to ask it. When Optimus Prime opens the Matrix, right? One of you referred it earlier. He goes back and sees the elders. Are the elders the 13 Primes, or are they totally different people?
Nah, they ain't the 13 Primes. Those are the Primes that held the Matrix before him. That's all that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I always thought it could be though, Gib, because I'm saying that the Primes were the Primes. So maybe that was not necessarily the Primes, but the knowledge of the Primes to those previous Primes kind of passed down. You know what I mean?
I don't think they had during those scenes. At the time, they hadn't fleshed out the lore enough. They just alluded to them being prior Primes.
Yeah, that's what it was though. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Now,
exactly what it was.
Right. Now, it would be safe to assume, since we know about the 13 Primes now, that though they could be the 13 Primes, they could be.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Did Alpha Trion's wisdom make him one of the most powerful of the 13, even without being the strongest warrior?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I would say. Oh, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Go ahead, DJ.
No, I would say yes, because out of all the 13, there he is.
Timekeeper
What's up,
himself.
Maximus?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
What up? Manu.
Oh,
Oh,
You would've
everybody
blew
get
This is the first for the
Crank
Icon
up the drama, Mike. Crank it up. We
7
finna go.
people.
Hey, Manu, you would have blew a gasket if you got on here a little earlier.
No,
Time
we're
travel
talking about
discussion.
time travel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Gib. And Manu would have said this. Say it in your voice.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop playing around this time travel nonsense for this place.
no, not yet.
Man.
Not yet. Kind of, sort of, but not yet.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good question.
And see, I'll give you my logic behind it. I will say yes, and the reason being is this: like, though you may be more stronger than me in brute force, but if I outthink you and you end up taking me down, but my plan was for you to take me down for the greater good or a greater end goal of my demise plan, then yes, I am the greater warrior than you are. You only got me because I allowed you to get me. So my thinking capacity could have figured out another way to do it, but if I had a certain goal in mind for you to take me out for something else, for a certain chain of events to happen, then yes, I am a hell of a person to think with, to deal with. Anyone that's a thinker on any battlefield and strategist is a very dangerous person to deal with.
That's true.
It is.
I got
That's
two
true.
quotes from 2 different movies for that. The first is Yoda. Wars not make one great.
Yeah.
And the second is from what's the name of that movie? The vampire movie. With Kate Beckinsale.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh, bro! Oh no!
He's talking about Underworld.
Underworld.
He said what the Lycan guy said, my will be done. So there you go right there. With wisdom. There you go.
I mean, don't go as far as history, man. Look at the great leaders of all time and even the greatest evil person of all time. It only takes one person with one idea, with the ability to speak, to manipulate soldiers, armies, you know what I mean, to go into battle, yet they've never fired a weapon.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
So
true.
a lot of it is mental, and a lot of it is military history, education, strategy, and he had it all. It's almost like he was handing out the deck of cards, and letting the players kind of play and waste down all their chips.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and in all the primes to survive, he was there the longest on Cybertron.
Right.
I gotta say this too, because the last question was about Alpha Trion, his wisdom. I was watching, and I'm just throwing this in. It has nothing to do with the thing primes, but I was watching an episode with Abominus and Computron, and man, I don't know. I love Computron, so don't hate me on this, but man, dude, it seems like he's dumb. I don't know, dude. Like he's like probable of Abominus beating me. I'm like, he's talking like 17 sentences while Abominus is charging him. I'm like, dude, if you're so smart, you shouldn't even have to speak out loud. Just do what you're gonna do.
Well, hey, that's how but you gotta think about it. He used his intelligence to beat the brute force of Abominus, though. You know what I'm saying?
You got to look at that. Some of that stuff is fourth wall. It's like the Japanese cartoons. When they yell out their attacks and what they're doing, that's not what they're doing for them. They're doing it for us, so we know what's going on. So
yes, that's exactly.
Basically, it's like a thought.
Right.
Right. And
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. And in an American cartoon, that's just Computron. He's collecting data. He could get pounded. He's still collecting data.
Yeah.
To come up with a conclusion, which is basically to destroy Abominus. They don't boom. His heart's hit. They don't boom.
Yeah,
destroy.
Oh man,
come on now.
Hey man,
those old Japanese robot cartoons, dude. They keep throwing those powers out there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hey Jake, let's change your adjective somewhat there. Let's not say pounded. Let's say something else.
Oh.
I think you owe us something, brother. Go ahead and say it.
Let me guess, that's one of those guidelines from YouTube.
Just go ahead and say the magic P word.
Pause.
That's
There
right.
you go.
All right,
Got
we
me there.
got-
Got me there. Got me there.
We got one more question for Alpha Trion. If Alpha Trion saw the falling of the primes coming, could he have prevented it, or was he forced to let history unfold?
It's an excellent question.
That's a good
I got an
question.
answer for that one. Go ahead.
So do I.
No, you go ahead, Chris. Go and answer that thing, man.
First,
All right. So, with any good storyteller, because I consider Alpha Trion a good storyteller, sometimes what a good storyteller does is they sit back and watch events play out just to get an outcome for recording. Every now and then, a storyteller will interject a certain event, or a certain act for things to roll out the way they foresee it. And I have always thought this to myself with Alpha Trion, with his role in the 13 Primes. It's still kind of hard to gauge his intent, whether it be good or bad, or if it's just neutral. I think a lot of things that he maybe could have potentially prevented. I think a lot of things for the sake of record keeping, he allowed it to happen, because it could have been, okay, I gotta let Cybertron fall into its worst state so I can know how to rebuild from a worst state and how to prevent another worse state. Because at the same time, and in order to come up with a more subjective and suitable answer to that, I got to allow multiple worst states to happen, so I can have an answer for those multiple worst states. So it's one of those deals where, could he have prevented it? Yes, but did he not prevent it? Could have been. We don't know yet.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Doctor Strange, right? In Avengers Endgame, how there were so
bro, I was
many.
just thinking that.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead, Yvonne. Take over.
Go ahead, DJ. You first.
With that question, is that just on Alpha Trion, or is that on Alpha Trion and Vector Prime?
I think it was
Because
just
remember,
Alpha
Vector
Trion.
Prime is the guardian of time and space.
Timeline. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I think it speaks to the manipulation that he was capable of, because if he has all this knowledge and insight, he probably could have prevented the fall of the primes. But did he let it happen so that he could be the sole prime remaining and then continue to dictate how things measure up and fold out over time? Was it a power move, or was it? You mean to tell me that the wisest prime had a absence in good judgment to allow all this stuff to unfold? Because we just got finished saying that as the wisest, he is the most powerful prime based on this up here.
Yeah,
It
but
is quite possible. Absolutely.
yeah, but would he tell the leader, Primer, what he foresaw?
The way that I look at it, man, is think about it that he was still, I mean, because if you go back to the cartoons, there was a younger version of him, right? So he had to evolve in his intelligence and strategy with the history
Yeah.
and learning. So if you go in that continuity, it could have been that when the primes started warring with each other, he was even caught by surprise. That he did not have enough, I guess, reaction and knowledge to be able to prevent it. But from the battle, from the loss of all the primes, he learned. And the fact that, kind of again tying it back, and we're going to drive Manu crazy a little bit right now, in the creation of going back to the same spot in the aerial bots and the creation of Orion
shit.
Pax. If you notice one thing from that, right? When he comes back and he's like, I started to create the Autobots. I started to create the
man.
bots to fight the Decepticons. It could have been that was a point in time that he had been planning and finally perfected the bot that was going to be able to actually contest that prophesized evil that was coming. Perhaps he didn't have the technology and he knew it, but again, he had to finally wait until the creation of Optimus Prime and the technology was there. Or you could even go further back and say, perhaps he needed Orion Pax to exist to be able to fulfill that type of prophecy.
So I looks like Manu wants to say something, so I'm gonna be really quick. Also, you have to think about it, right? So all these traits that the 13 primes possess was given to them upon their creation from Primus. So it wouldn't have taken him eons and eons to accumulate knowledge to put all this stuff together. He knew what was up from the jump. So all these things that happened and unfolded, he had to have some sort of inclination about it, and either, like I said, let it happen, or maybe we got to question: was he the wisest prime? Did he have all this knowledge and insight? And if so, why did he let these things happen? Because if he did have them, he had them from the jump.
Because he's selfish. Like Chris to say, he's selfish.
History teaches. And the thing is, he didn't have all the power that all the other 13 primes had. So in other words, he wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the things that the primes did, but he would have learned from the experiences of what he saw in their losses or in their failures.
Well, no, it was, you got to think, if knowledge is his superpower, he had that from the rip, from the uterine tube. When he came out, he was automatically smart, because all the other primes had their superpower, whatever their specialties and their superpowers are, transformation, magical mysticism, all this stuff was granted upon creation.
Oh boy.
So he wouldn't have had to garner this stuff over time. He just simply would have existed with it.
So let me ask you, did Alpha come before, or I'm sorry, with the primes or after with the primes?
No, he came with the prime.
It depends on which continuity. It depends on
continuity too, though.
Because we are both right and both wrong, depending on the continuity of which one we look at. Because if he grew up watching the primes, means that he came in after. I would have then, if I'm him, to your point, I would have gathered all the data because I don't have their powers. There's no way I could legitimately know everything up front if I don't have the power to control it, unless I physically saw it and then use it. You know what I mean?
Here's why I don't buy that that whole continuity about a staggered timeline on their creation, is because after the first creation of the first prime, Primus was gone already. So who is creating these primes and staggering their birth throughout the timeline? Primus is gone.
Yeah, but the 13 primes were the first.
Well, he's supposed to be one of the first primes, right? One of the first 13 primes.
He's the third one.
So he had to be created with everybody else. That's why this new staggered timeline that Hasbro handed us on a boo-boo sandwich don't make sense.
So then what you're saying is he's the only survivor out of the 13 primes that continued.
Right.
No, we can't do that. And the reason behind it, because out of the 13 primes, some of them did die, some of them did slip away, went into hiding. Vector Prime went into time stream. And you got some of them that never fell to a demise. So we can't say that. So you potentially could have 5 to 6 of them still survive, and we just don't know where.
Yeah.
And then to you, MD Seeker, what the hell were the Seekers looking for?
Yeah.
Other planets, other resources. That's what they were designed to do.
And it could have been those primes too.
That's true.
Yeah.
They were probably set.
Yeah.
Capture them, gain their power.
So let me ask this question. What was the scope of Vector Prime's power?
Vector Prime was guardian of time. Timeline.
Yeah.
He was a chronological overachiever.
Okay.
Now, he was the guardian of time and space, but he could also manipulate time and space through his artifact for the blade.
Time travel.
From any point in time?
Yep. Time travel.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from any point in time.
Okay, so they were given specific roles and with specific talents, and Alphatron was the scribe, pretty much. Now,
correct.
Let's agree here. Knowledge and wisdom are two different things. He might have had the knowledge, in utero, but wisdom is being able to disseminate that knowledge. So
absolutely,
he didn't have the wisdom till later on down the line. So let's sit here and say he could understand it when Vector Prime brought him something. So, okay, I'm omniscient, I can understand this now. But for him to sit here and actually put his hand in something, make something change, he would also have the thought of mind to say, if I do this, these things will happen, and that's probably not the best way to go about it.
It's a great point.
But when you guys talk about the arrow box going back in time, that presents a problem, because who said it's the first time they went back in time?
It's not.
Probably wasn't.
Probably wasn't
Okay.
the first time.
Now,
That's the only time that we saw it, though.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, Now, let's assume Vector Prime is somewhere out there, and let's say that Alpha Trion's scribe abilities are they're extra templates. They sit outside of time. He could have recorded the first time they came in there and decided he was going to build an army of Autobots because of what he saw then from the future, not from anything from the past.
That's awesome. That's
That's
awesome.
true.
I got to throw another monkey wrench out there, though.
Hey, throw the span in the works.
You have to remember, these weren't regular bots. These were essentially the equivalent to demigods.
Yeah.
So their development of their powers, or in Alpha Trion's case, the wisdom to go along with the knowledge, would have happened at an accelerated pace, if not instantaneous. Because all of them had mastery and had powers and mastery of these powers almost instantly, because we haven't heard of any stories of them falling along the way while trying to master their powers. Like you don't see the Time dude jumping back to 1969 and turning into a Ford Model T by accident. They all knew about their powers and knew how to master them. So you would think if Alpha Trion's power is knowledge and wisdom, then he would have had instant mastery. It wouldn't have been no growth period.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Quest. So, in essence, let's use the word came online for lack of better words. They came online with the full understanding and knowledge of what their purpose was and their power. It's no different from any one of us writing a program. That program does not know how it works. It just knows that it does and what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
All right, so explain AI. AI is created for the single purpose of with knowledge,
Learning.
and then it continues to learn. It continues to evolve. But to Mano's point,
but that was the
wisdom
program for it to
Go ahead.
learn.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the primary
You're supposed
focus
to learn.
of its whole existence, is to learn and adapt. That's
correct.
like
So you're born
directive
with
number 2.
knowledge, but you continue to grow in knowledge, and then you apply the wisdom to know how to apply it to your main line. Wisdom is understanding, right?
Well, I mean, the whole
you have
point
to
of
understand
being,
what it is that you learn and how do you apply that.
Yeah, but the whole point of being a god or godlike or being close to being a god is that that learning curve is almost to be expected to be zero. Because if you learn at the same pace of a regular robot, then how are you supposed to be this ultra tier individual? Like, basically, what I'm trying to say is you can't expect Alpha Trion to go through the same learning curve that Perceptor went through, because
No, you
Alpha
can't.
Trion is on a whole nother level.
Oh,
Like,
that we
he's
agree.
god tier like. He is a demigod, he's the second son, he is the first generation of these, you get what the hell I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me throw a span in the works here, Quest, since you're going to mine.
Uh-oh.
Let's go back to the fight with they got Unicron to see.
What the heck was that?
Yeah, my God.
That's
Devastating.
Michael scaring everybody.
So
Yeah.
automatically he understands and knows everything, right? From the very beginning, right?
Except
Right.
for things that hasn't happened, probably. But he's probably I would assume that part of his craft, and I apologize for if I cut you off. I would assume that some of his power technique is that he can watch and predict movements and outcomes of situations as they unfold. So basically, he can see you and I sitting in this, having this conversation, and understand what the outcome is going to be at the end of the conversation before we even reach that point, based on patterns and all that other stuff. That's part of his enlightenment. That's just,
Okay, I'll give you that. But
I'm
with that
tracking.
being said, I'm sorry, go ahead, Chris.
I'm tracking where he's going. So everything that what Chris is saying is like, you can do it based off of you can call it a presumption, or you can call it a calculated guess, and you can be 100% accurate in your assumption or in your guess, but it's something about the experience of letting it play out to come
Okay.
up with other variables and possibilities.
I'll give you that, because
The Doctor
in that-
Strange theory, then.
in that battle when they fought Unicron, they knew what was going to happen and how it was going to go down, but when they got to experience it, it was a whole different level.
Right.
So that goes to sit here and say, yeah, the knowledge is there, but the wisdom is something different completely.
I'm with you.
All right.
And also, well, I guess to extend it, sorry, Mike.
No,
then
go
why
ahead.
allow? Then why allow for Megatron? Why allow the
Why not?
the rebellion? Right? Because again, you needed to. He knew of it. Let's say, but he needed to let it play out to finally be able to defeat him. Right?
Yep.
Maybe everything was needed for Cybertron to eventually get to the next golden age.
Exactly.
That's
That's what I was
correct.
about to say. I was
Correct.
just about to say that too, bro.
Correct.
I agree.
I was just about
That's
to say
fair.
that. Yeah.
And to address that comment that Daniel is it Rosier or Rosier put up there, Alpha's like Mace
Design.
Windu.
Daniel Rossier.
For those that don't read Star Wars, he's talking about the shadow points. That Mace
Right.
Windu-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm lost in that Star Wars. I ain't gonna even try to entertain that.
Basically, Mace
I'm
Windu
not even
can
gonna
see-
try.
Can see different points in time that if he does this will happen, that'll happen. Basically, the point where if I take this choice, then these actions happen that cause and effect. That's the causality.
Right.
It's the Doctor Strange, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Only
going to get
one
into the
possibility.
next prime now. All right, that was Alpha Trion, so we're done with Alpha Trion. Next is going to be, was Nexus Prime meant to guide the future or to protect every possible path it could take?
Ooh.
He was just a combiner transformer though, wasn't he? That's it.
That's up
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
combined a transformer.
Yeah. He was the first combiner. But one thing about Nexus Prime, he was fascinated by change. He was fascinated. By it,
He was
yeah.
loose.
Yeah.
He belonged to the streets.
to the earth.
Wow. I didn't see him like that.
That is
but,
correct.
Okay.
Very correct.
Yeah.
All right.
So
You
was
know,
it
I-
meant to
I
guide
would
the
say that
future or
Nexus
protect
Prime.
every possibility path it could take?
I think based on the fact that he was a combiner and he had power, he had to protect the best path. Right? So, in other words, if I had to choose between one of the two questions, I would say that he would have to protect every possible path that would lead to the protection of Cybertron and the Autobot cause.
That is true.
Well, what I want to know is who are the other personalities, being that he's a combiner.
You know what, Chris?
Excellent question.
That's a good question right there. Yeah.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, his superpower is basically that he can combine with everybody, with anybody.
Ah,
Well,
okay. So
He's
okay.
like a master key.
Good point. That's
Ghostbusters.
true.
And Quest is correct. Quest is correct. Not only is he a combiner that can separate into 5 forms, but he can also combine with other transformers to form a super robot. Quest is correct.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Good call.
essentially, he'd represent the adaptability, huh?
Correct. Yep. The Enigma combination. That's his artifact. Yep.
So that's what all the combiners get their powers from.
Correct. Yeah.
So the question is, what's the limit of his combination? Is it just other robotics, or could he combine with anything organic?
Just
Well,
other Cybertronians, other transformers.
Obviously, he couldn't combine with Long Life because he ain't here no more.
Oh man, yeah. Boy, you still at it today.
Hey,
Damn,
man,
Quest.
that dude carries on daily, bro.
Yeah,
Damn.
boy. Oh,
So the
boy.
question is so he's supposed to be the alpha personality in the combination. What would happen if he combined with somebody that had a more dominant personality he had? What would happen to him?
Take over.
Oh, Minosaur. That would
Do
be
you
a problem.
believe
Well-
that anybody would take over, or he would still always, based on the fact that he is a prime, that he would take over
I
them?
think he would take over them.
Yeah, I don't think he could in those situations he could be overpowered because again he's God tier. He's a demigod. He's the closest thing to perfection, I guess, in those terms.
Right, but there's always a possibility though. There is always a possibility. Because I see where Manu is talking about. Yes, I agree, brothers. You're right. He Nexus Prime is God tier. If he combines with other Transformers, he will be in control. I get it.
Unless maybe he combined with other primes, and then I could see a struggle there, depending on.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right. And I'm glad you said that because that was my next point. What if he combined with other primes? What if he combined with Megatronus?
All right, question. Since he's created from the same cloth as the other primes, what would he gain from combining with it? He wouldn't get any new knowledge.
More power. Just
Abilities?
be able to
Okay.
combine powers together.
Yeah.
That because remember, each prime had a specific.
Yeah.
By allowing him to combine with some of the other ones, then he would have gained a little bit more power. That would really be the only cause, I would think.
Or a different power, like maybe if he combined with Nexus Prime, he could time travel, or something like that.
And then get separated and then be lost in time. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who will have the stronger thoughts out the 13 prime if he happens to combine into him though? You see
They're
what
gonna
I'm
have to
saying?
yield. They're gonna have to yield to one. And I would imagine being that he's the head of combinations, they would have to yield to him.
Oh, okay.
Because none of them never combined before, and that's his mastery.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
But then with Primer, since Primer is the first warrior of light, the leader, he's gonna like, look, I should be in control.
Make him the leg.
Just be kicking people in the rear end with that. Good
All right.
discussion, Mike.
Yeah, this is really good, dude. Did Nexus Prime's power come from combination strength or from seeing possibilities others could not?
Back to that combination strength again, though, man.
Yeah. I think we already touched on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Nexus Prime's ultimate symbol of unity among the 13 or the bridge that he
No.
Hell, they're
No, that was I don't
13.
agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
15
he might have. Go ahead, my bad.
No, I'm just saying that would be Optimus Prime to you know what I'm saying, pretty much unite all the 13 primes together. That was he was there for in the first place.
Well, maybe he represented unity towards just regular Cybertronians.
Oh no, they said he actually represent the unity between the 13 primes though. That's what
Do you think? Do you think his representation of being able to combine was the concept of unity in physical form?
Perfect. Perfect.
You know what? I can agree.
Yep.
So now, Ivan, you just opened up a hornet's nest, because I think that's exactly what it was supposed to be, the combination of perfect unity, and he was probably the anchor that held the 13 primes together against all their egos, and maybe he was the one that went out first.
No, Chris. We touched on that before now. That's the reason Optimus Prime was brought around, because he was a unity to hold all the 13 primes together. Remember?
But the 13 primes was gone before Prime came along.
No, Prime was like Quest say, it depends on the continuity. Let's put it like that. Optimus was supposed to be the last of the 13 primes, depending on the continuity. Let's just say it like that.
Quick question: When did Star Prime exist?
Man, that's just a whole another. Okay.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing
Yeah.
that.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you what I asked Chad about it, and I threw some combinations in there about the 13 primes. I mean, not the 13 primes, but the Star Optimus Prime. So what Chad was saying, that whenever there was a huge struggle that the Matrix itself couldn't get, it was just basically an upgrade for Prime to fight in. That's it. There was nothing special about his continuity, nothing. It's just an upgrade.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, the 13 that Star Convoy was really one of them what you call that, one of them comics they wrote in on the Japanese continuity.
Manga.
Only thing that was it was Optimus Prime resurrected to come back and fight Super Megatron. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's see.
Oh, what happened to Manu?
He had froze up. I think he dropped out.
Oh, okay.
Could
Right.
Nexus Prime have united the primes before the Vision turned into war?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
What you
I
think,
agree.
Chris?
Well, let's put it like this: is like you say, depending on the continuity. And I think Optimus Prime would have been in this same predicament if you're the one to talk reason amongst 12 other beings to be a little bit more practical and diplomatic and logical. Then yes. But if you remove that one piece that's the anchor to come to a resolve and make everyone really sit down, okay, get outside of yourself and come together as a collective. You take that out of the way. I think no, it is what it is. But if you leave them there to actually talk sense, because I mean, think about it. All of us have an anchor in our lives. When we get mad, there's only one person that can really talk us down out of it.
Yeah.
But you remove that, it's on site.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he was one of the first that was taken out because of the whole representation of what he was to the primes. I mean, that would have been a perfect target if I'm trying to separate everybody.
Yeah.
Makes absolute sense.
If Nexus Prime had fully unleashed the Nexus Matrix, could he have changed Cybertron's destiny forever?
I think if he had the chance, but he didn't, based on what we just said.
Because as we all know, when you try to have robots combine or Cybertronians combine when there is no team effort or they're not aligned in their thinking, it gets problematic. That's why who the heck it was a Predaking. If you look at Predaking, right? So Predaking, all the different components of Predaking are fighting for control all at once, constantly bumping heads, which is why they revert to that raw, that base mind state, that feral, or what the heck is the word? Feral mind state. Go ahead.
But Quest, actually, Predaking has the most stable combination though out of all the combiners.
All right, so maybe it's not Predaking. I know one of the
Devastator. It's Devastator. It's Devastator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both Devastator and Menace, so they always fighting within each other.
Infighting, yeah.
Okay. My bad.
No, you good, dog. You good.
No, good. But I understand exactly what you're saying, Quest. You know, you gotta have, when you're combining, there's going to be personalities trying to gain control.
Conflicts, yeah.
And unless there's
kind of like Gib and MD Seeker when they talking about the best version of Starscream.
No contest.
Don't even get that started, man. We already know who the best on.
They trying to start something, Quest. You see, I'm wearing my man's shirt, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to bring peace to Seeker Nation.
Oh boy.
See, tonight was a truce. It was a truce.
It's like that. It's like the end of the what was it? War for Cybertron. There'll be peace for now.
I'm my brother, man.
Hey, Mono, did you finish hand cranking your Wi-Fi over there? You good now?
Yeah, Q said you got that 4-party Wi-Fi going on.
Yo, Quest, I'm sorry. I might have given him some. What was his name again? I'm sorry. I just needed to double check. That was you crowned him last night.
No.
So it might. No. That's what I'm saying. It might have fed it some, to be able to work and function again.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It needed that quote unquote fiber.
No,
no, don't do it.
It will not.
Man.
It will not.
Next Prime.
Oh.
If Primer Prime had failed, would the Age of Primes have collapsed before it began?
Proceed, Professor Manu.
Go for it, brother.
Huh?
You know you want Manu. Did he freeze up?
No.
No, he's still there. He froze up. He froze up.
Hold on, let me screenshot that.
Yeah. You screenshot Quest. Dang. Oh man, that took a froze up.
That's perfect.
He froze
Man,
up.
you would have got him good on that.
You look like a piece of art called Deep Thought.
Wow.
Oh man.
That's his hip hop name, Deep Thought.
That should be.
Yep.
So I don't think Prima I don't think Prima felling was an option, being that he was essentially the designated leader of the primes directly from Primus. So I don't think failure was at least immediately while Prima was still creating everything. It wasn't an option.
Correct. I agree. Yeah. With Prima, failure is definitely not an option for him because personality-wise, yes, he's a warrior, but he's also a lawmaker, and he was very calculated when it comes to every move that he made.
So here's a deep question. So then, what caused the fall of the 13 primes?
The what's his name? Not Megatronus.
Megatronus killed Solus.
Yeah.
And then, but what and how did he defeat So basically, in some continuities, and we all know in War for Cybertron, he used the Requiem blaster to take out Unicron. Do you think he would have used it on some of the primes and took them out?
Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
What's his name took out Solus, but wasn't this all a plot created by Leech Maximus, who manipulated the whole thing with puppet strings?
Yeah.
So I forgot where my mind just went blank, bro. Oh man, I'm getting old. I'll pass the torch. My mind just blanked out on me.
No, but you answered it. Because if Lee's Maximus went ahead and manipulated it, that started the battle between them, we obviously know that Megatronus had to take him out. So failure was not an option, but unfortunately, that's exactly what it was, because he couldn't hold everything together. And even if he had the Star Saber, we don't know if someone took possession of the Star Saber and that was used to kill him. We don't know if it was the Requiem blaster. There's a lot of lore that needs to be still explained.
Yeah.
Right. There he is.
This is me from a different timeline.
That makes sense.
All right. Could Prima Prime have united the 13 forever, or was the vision always destined to tear them apart?
Good question.
There was always going to be division because he was the closest to Primus, so he had that straight and narrow path. He was directly in opposition to how Megatronus was. Even though Megatronus wasn't evil, they just clashed. Their personalities did not match.
Oh, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, personally, Prima could have united the primes, but honestly, he would have had to take out Liege Maximo and Megatronus. Would have had to take out those two.
I think more so he would have had to at least eliminate Liege, because Liege was antithesis. Liege was the flip side of the coin to him. He was put there in a leadership position to pull everybody, give them direction. And Liege's whole very personality was meant to separate, destroy, and bring the downfall based on his ego and his manipulation.
Right. And the reason I say Megatronus as well, because honestly, Megatronus was built to be ruthless.
Yep.
To be sadistic.
Yeah.
I mean, in lore, there's a rumor that Megatronus was basically built from a piece of the spark from Unicron. That's why he was so
brutal.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he was so nuts. But the only person that able to calm him down was Solus. And Liege Maximo knew that. That's why he manipulated him.
So was Primer like the only one that was allowed to speak directly to Primus? Like, kind of like Moses,
It could.
I think as leader, it could be.
So that's interesting. So now you're creating a hierarchy.
It is.
But how would they speak to Primus when he was already
offline?
Offline, they can't speak to him.
Is it possible? And again, this is a question: is it possible that he was somewhat like Alpha Trion, that had a direct connection to Vector Sigma?
I don't think so. I think he was offline.
Direct.
I really think Primus went offline after created the 13 primes. That's the reason why he created. That's the reason why he went offline because of that.
I think he had I think all the primes had that capability to talk to Primus, but because Primus was offline and they knew he was in hibernation, they just never tried.
Yeah, because Primus were pretty much sleep, man.
Right. Because think about it. Primus created all 13. So why wouldn't they have a connection with Primus?
That's true.
Yeah, that's true, though. That's true.
Could Prima Prime have united 13 Forever? Well, we did that one. Right? Was Prima Prime's greatest weapon his blade or his ability to inspire the other primes?
Shit, that blade.
Yeah, that's based on history too. He could have kept them united
because I think his ability to inspire was overstated, because if that was the case, then things wouldn't have fell apart.
That's true.
Right.
You could even argue that he was a better warrior than leader.
That's true. Yeah. And also, in lore, he didn't trust Leash Maximo nor Megatronus, but he just never acted upon it. He had his suspicions, and he was trying to gather evidence, but he just never acted on, disposing of them, because those were his brothers. But he just didn't trust them.
Yeah.
Do we see like that sword come up again? Like, I mean,
yeah.
Like
that
go
sword has come up in
Planet of the
in Transformers Prime. It's come up in Transformers. Was the animated series or something?
Yeah.
It's been 2 or 3 other animated runs that sword has come into play.
And it's the Matrix itself that turns into the sword.
No, that's the Star Saver.
Yeah. The Matrix is
okay.
in the hilt of the sword.
Yeah, well, all right. So in one continuity, it's a little bit different, because instead of it being a weapon that Solus created, it's actually a bunch of mini cons that form the blade. The Star.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
It's Armada universe.
Yeah, in Armada. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Was Primer Prime the first true light, or the true first light of Cybertron, or simply the first warrior chosen to carry it?
Both.
Yeah.
I'd say both.
He was meant to do.
I'll say both.
Okay.
Yep.
Did Prima Prime lead through wisdom and destiny, or through burden, responsibility placed on him?
Oh,
That's a good question.
It is.
I think all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All of them. Yep.
Because anytime you got to keep track of 12 other people, it's a burden and a responsibility.
Right.
That's right. Yep.
He's the older brother.
Yeah.
Basically,
First one.
head of the household.
Yep. First to be created.
All right. Next Prime. If Megatronus had been forgiven instead of cast out, could he have become Cybertron's greatest protector instead of its greatest warning?
Ooh.
No.
Knowing Megatronus is
All right. Go ahead, DJ.
No, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right. So I think he could have been one of Cybertron's greatest protectors. And so I'm going to backpedal just a little bit, and then I'm going to bring it all forward. And I'm going to use the one that for the combination. Granted, I don't think neither one of the 12 primes was not a light of Cybertron. I think that they all were, but they were different personalities. But I think the understanding of each other's specific task, duty, and power is where the egos came in at, because neither one of them understood each other. Like we just had this conversation about Liege Maximo and Megatronus, and how Prima didn't trust neither one of them, didn't trust them two, right? Because although Megatronus was a great warrior, and Liege Maximo was supposedly a manipulator and master strategist, you got to think all their personalities come into one with the understanding would make a great civilization for anybody. Just think about the human psyche, just us as human beings. We got multiple sides and complex sides of us that we have to try to cope with on a regular basis. Some of those areas we mastered and some of them we don't. But the ones that we did master, that's because we came into an understanding of what that emotion of that particular mindset is and how to regulate it or co-regulate it in some form. But with them, hey, I got this purpose, you got this purpose. Hey, I know what my destiny is. I'm gonna take care of my destiny. I don't agree with yours. But I believe if they'd actually combined in that combined form, even if it's like therapy once a month or whatever, what better way to fully understand each other than to have that central piece coming together? Because like you said, it's going to be multiple minds coming together, and y'all going to have a piece of each other's mind, and you'll see what the other person is thinking and how he's feeling, how his specific duties and tasks actually work. And then when you separate, that still is stuck with you to a certain degree. So I think it could have been a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Makes sense, Chris. Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense.
All right. Is Megatronus truly evil, or is he one of the most tragic figures in Cybertronian history?
Oh yeah, he's a tragic figure.
I was going to say a lot of the evil characters in most continuity, Star Wars. I mean, Vader. There's an argument that he wasn't truly evil. He was just manipulated to be evil when he was trying to do something good. Right? Now, after a while, then I mean, you can't argue. My man killed everybody in sight.
Well,
but again,
originally
it stemmed from something. So I think that there is a tragic part of Megatronus.
So originally, he was one of the noblest primes.
Right.
He wasn't I'm reading verbatim. He was not evil at first. He was just deeply insecure, alienated, and burdened by being too much like Unicron. Symbolically, he was destructive. He was a destructive necessity, carried shame, resentment, and misunderstood strength.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the most complex members of the 13 Primes.
Mm-hmm.
It was tragic. Yeah, definitely a tragic character.
I would even say that's why, Liege Maximo picked him, manipulated him specifically because he was probably the most powerful in terms of in terms of combat, in terms of strength. Even when you had Nexus and you had some of the other ones. True.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Ivan, you're absolutely correct, because if you read the Covenant of Primus, when they were in the battle, that hollow simulation, trying to figure out how to take down Unicron, Liege Maximo was talking to Megatronius, talking about how powerful he is. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he was pumping him up.
Yeah, exactly.
How much did Solus Prime's death shape Megatronus into the monster Cybertron remembers?
I would think is his rival, one of his main rivals.
Well, no, that was his girl.
I'm sorry, I was thinking of
the Fallen.
Yeah.
That was his boo.
But I heard he killed her on purpose.
He did, but here's the thing, though. He only killed her because of Liege Maximo's manipulation. So let's put it like this. Let's. And I'm not saying that I'm 100% right on this, because she was the ultimate builder and craft maker of all forms of weapons and everything else. All right. But what if he killed her for the betterment of Cybertron because of something that Liege Maximo manipulated into thinking about her, that she's creating this piece of work or equipment that's going to kill all life on Cybertron? That is the toughest decision you got to make. Wolverine versus Jean Grey.
That's true.
100.
Good example.
And I'll give you, and I'll go back to something that you said, Chris, which is extremely important in this scenario. If you have the one thing that is the only thing that anchors you down, you're being already talked about as being the beast. Liege is making you be like you are the man, and you have this one thing that keeps softening you, keeps you soft, right? If you become crazy enough and overtaken by power, that would also incite you taking her out, because it's the one thing that can finally fully unleash you to be able to do everything that you want to do. You don't have anything anymore to tie you down. You don't have that anchor, to your point, Chris, to stop you.
Man, that's deep. That's deep.
So a decision had to be made. Do I love her enough? But she's making me weak. Right?
Yeah.
Where was that from? That was from another movie. That was,
yeah, I mean, the concept has been taken in many times, but in this continuity, that's the only thing that would completely unleash him now.
Yep,
and not only that, but think about it, he would have gone crazy after it too, pretty much blaming everybody else on the reason why he had to do it. So now everybody else will pay.
So if you look at the Covenant of Prime, it says that Solus was hesitant to make the Requiem blaster for Megatronus because she didn't fear Megatronus, but she feared what the weapon would do to him psychologically, because it was giving him the ability to basically impose his will. That's how powerful the weapon is.
Right.
Yep. And my last 2 cents on this, I still don't think that he was evil, but I think he became evil out of survival. Right. So instead of wanting to hear his side of the story and what happened, when they seen him, it was automatically kill him on sight. So when you're trying to survive and you just want your story to be heard, it allows you or allows you to do a lot of evil stuff, but you're actually just operating out of defense. And I believe eventually over time that made him evil, because all I want is my story to be heard and what happened, and no one's trying to hit it. All thing you're trying to do is kill me.
Agreed.
Hey, fellas, I gotta hop off. My wife need me, man. So I gotta
okay,
All right, bro.
Take care of your Solus, bro.
All right, I'll let y'all, man.
Take it easy, Gib. Yeah. You know, and Jonathan Rose answered, you were the chosen one, Anakin. Yeah. Episode 3 of Star Wars Saga, when Anakin choked Padme.
Yep.
Yeah. And then when he became Darth Vader, and then Emperor told him Padme's dead
because of what you did.
And he just unleashed. Yeah.
True. Yeah, you know what? That is true. He completely went nuts.
Yeah. Yep.
The greatest no in movie history.
Yep.
Was Megatronus Prime always destined to become the Fallen, or did betrayal and grief push him over the edge?
Well, it wasn't just betrayal and grief. It was again, if you read the Covenant of Primus, the Requiem blaster played a large part in things falling out the way that they did. If Solus wouldn't have created the blaster, then it's very possible that he wouldn't have went down the road that he went down.
True. I can see that. One of the hardest things to let go of is power. And you have that thing in your hands. You're going to give that back? Well, some would.
Well, the way it's described is that the 13 primes were created to be dependent, different, and unique in their own ways, but also be interdependent on each other. And what the Requiem blaster did was it broke that balance. So now whoever's in possession of it has more power than the rest, because essentially that weapon was strong enough to take out any prime. So it broke the balance and gave more power to one versus spread evenly between the 13.
That's deep, because effectively, you broke that balance. So now you steered it over to one side. Yeah, that is wow.
I just I just think Megatronus was built or had a predestiny for betrayal.
Kind of like Judas.
Hey, y'all know the way my mind works, right?
There you go.
Uh-oh.
So in my mind, I just saw Megatronus the Soulless reenacting that song "My Boo" with Usher and Alicia Keys.
Oh my God.
Of course, you got to leave it to a DJ.
You'll always be my. Watch out for the next
Oh,
Nut
my
Nut video.
goodness.
Would it be
Uh-oh.
my boo, or would it be more of a transformer type, word?
Nut
I
Nut
gotta see
video
this.
coming soon.
I gotta see this. That's good stuff, brother. That's good
Damn,
stuff.
Quest. Damn.
That
Yo,
leads
these
Max.
images are sick, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now because I love Megatronus. Good job on these.
I think you guys covered this already, didn't you? Did Leeds Maximum manipulate Megatronus into falling, or did Megatronus make his own choice?
He thought
No,
he was
Leech-
making his own choices, but
Yeah.
but Leech definitely got to him, bro.
Right?
Yeah, Leech got to him. Leech definitely got to him.
I mean, I think that's a good manipulator, right? You think you're doing it, but you're actually not.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But like I say, Leech was manipulating them because Megatronus was close to Liege Maximo, Solus, and a couple of the other primes.
Mm-hmm.
He was very close to them. And because of that, Liege Maximo definitely manipulated Megatronus. And that led to Megatronus shooting Solus.
All right, guys. We're at that half point mark where I always like to give you guys the option. Do you want to guys end it here and do a part 2 later, or do you want to go another half hour? You guys tell me.
I mean, what time is it now?
It's
8:30.
it's 8:40. Going to be 9.
I think we could go.
I mean, we're not going to put it this way. We're not going to finish everything today, but I mean, if you want to, you guys tell me you want to end it now or go a little bit longer. Either way, I'm fine with me. I just want to make sure, I don't know what you guys have, on your shoulders. So
I think we could do a part 2.
I agree.
Okay.
Because I'm saying we get into some deep discussions that 30
Yeah,
minutes will turn into about another hour and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean,
Yeah.
put it this way.
I blame Quest for all of that.
So put it this way. We only talked about 4 primes.
Oh
and it's
God.
already, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
wow, a third of the way through.
Yeah, we might have to do a 3-part series.
Yeah, this is a 3-part
I mean, hey,
series.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes, guys. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes.
Megatronus is my favorite. We can go hours on this dude. I always rooted for the bad guys.
Yeah. Because
But
Alpha
wasn't really
Triumph.
bad though.
Obviously.
Ryan's
Yeah.
like, it's 7:30. Yeah, it's almost 9 for us, though.
Yeah. Because
All right, cool, man.
Alpha Triumph took a long time. We was talking.
Yeah,
Alpha
that was a
Triumph.
good topic, though. I mean, you never
We
know.
dragged that boy through the mud.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, even when I was doing the 1986 movie one, I had no idea we were going to be on wheelie for like 35 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
That's a concept, man.
But you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But that's good, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm putting my hope on chat, right? Because my knowledge is not there. So I guess I got to give props to chat because, hey, with 4 primes, you made it this far, man, and with you guys debating back and forth and adding more to it, this is what it's all about, man. This is what I like to see. I thank you guys seriously because this is a great I'm learning from this. I'm learning from all of you, you know what I'm saying? And there's probably a lot of guys in the comments learning as well because I only watched maybe like 6 episodes of Prime and I still got to dive into it.
Oh,
So
man, you got to keep going, bro. Keep going,
yeah,
Yeah.
Let me say something to Chris right now. Hey, Chris, so I need a shirt from you with you literally using the Star Saber, stabbing Alpha Trion on the ground and looking at him and
Oh
go and pretty much saying Alpha Trion's #1 fan in Energon Blood.
Oh my God.
That's the first thing I want to say. And then the second thing is I'm going to take this even deeper with you, Chris. What makes you think that Alpha Trion couldn't have been somehow manipulated where Liege Maximo took him over, and this entire time in terms of manipulation, it's not really Alpha Trion, but Liege.
Well, I will say this: I'm not opposed to that, but at the same time, I would say anything is possible when we're dealing with lore. But some parts of me want to say that Alpha Trion is a little too smart for that. Just a pinch. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying he's oblivious to it, but I think he's a little too smart for it.
Possibly,
right?
Yeah.
Just possibly, but I would have to get more key elements that would allude to him being controlled by Liege Maximo.
And
that's the beauty. You know, that's the beauty of all of this, guys, and that's why, like, I'm smiling from ear to ear 9 times when we all get together like this, because that's the beauty of lore, right? That there's so much open space. We only have tidbits and pieces where we all can fill it in with expertise and just, you know, opinions. I love this, man.
Yeah,
you guys are beasts.
Yeah.
Except for the time travel.
Oh, go ahead, Mark.
Except for that time travel nonsense.
We got to deal with it. Something extent, Manu.
No, we don't have to deal with it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hey, that's why we refer to you.
yeah.
That's your specialty.
That and fiber
I
expertise.
really deal with the fiber.
Yeah, because what Chris brought up, he's spot on, because there's really only 3 primes that didn't fall for Liege Maximo's manipulation, and it was the first 3.
That's deep, though. Imagine the power that dude had to be able to manipulate. Good Lord.
Yeah.
So essentially, he was the Loki of the bunch.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
Iago from Othello.
yeah.
Damn, if Starscream had a third of that, bro, he would have finally led.
He the lead. He'd been the first person to get. Oh,
Well-
he was the first person to get shot.
And MD Seeker.
Yeah, we saw how that ended.
Sadly,
this out.
man, sadly. I would have written it different.
Yeah. Hey, MD Seeker, check this out.
What's up?
You know, Starscream is very manipulative, right? So is Liege Maximo.
That's
Maybe
deep.
they're descendants. Maybe they're descendants.
And Liege Maximo did not die. He was cast out.
Oh, snap. That is deep,
Yep.
because think about it. Starscream cannot die.
Yep.
His spark cannot die.
It's-
Yo,
hey,
that wow.
Like
That's
you said,
deep.
man, it's a world of possibilities in this lore, man. A
Wow.
whole wide world.
And
Plus,
Liege
but he's
Maximo.
cooler as a seeker.
Yeah. And Liege Maximo actually made an appearance in
Damn,
Transformers Earthspark. He made an
Wow.
appearance in Transformers Earthspark on Paramount Plus.
That's deep. Listen to that.
Hey, word, MD Seeker, word on the streets is that Starscream spark is in Alabama somewhere in a jar of pig's feet.
That is deep. Orson Welles is a beast, bro. That voice.
I was actually watching some interviews with him today just to see how he sounded. He didn't have that humongous deep voice from Unicron, but you know, you can tell he had, you know, the voice is similar. But I was waiting for him to do interviews like, "I am Orson Welles," you know, like All right, guys. Bada boom, man. What an awesome show, man. This is great. It's
Hey, thank
always
you for having
great.
us here, man.
Yes, sir. It's
I'm
always
excited,
good.
dude. This is a great success. I just want to say to DJ Q, Maximus Seeker, the general himself, Chris, Iacon, Phoenix. Now you got so many names. I don't know what to call you.
Hang on, let me explain that. So Phoenix has always been my name, but I changed my name to Iacon Chris when I got kicked. So there's a time in Facebook history where I got kicked out of my own group about 4 times.
Oh my God.
So I changed so far. Chat suggested that I change my name, and so far I haven't got kicked out of my own group since changing my name, because apparently it was having a hard time distinguishing me from being admin, creator, and some other titles and roles that I had. So I haven't been kicked out then. So, but Phoenix has always been a nickname of mine, because I'm just trying to migrate from my personal to just having that character side on the group.
Phoenix. I am here for purpose.
Wait, yeah, hold on.
Somebody's trying to usurp.
I just made a connection. Hold on.
Yeah, I just want to say
Explain.
thanks to everybody here, man. What a great honor it is. You know, for me, this is me being able to talk to my friends. You know what I'm saying? I've said it so many times. I wake up, I go to work, I come home clean. So this is me spending time with my friends, man. So this is therapy for me. You know, being able to talk to you guys about some stuff that we love. To hear the knowledge between all of you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I opened the matrix and I got the wisdom of the elders right here, right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So, great honor. Let's go around, and anybody, if you want to give any shout outs, if you guys have any shows that you're creating now, give us some time, all that stuff. Now's the time. We'll start with Chris.
Oh, if you're gonna start with me, well, first of all, what I want to say is, hey man, as always, brother, hey, thank you for inviting me to the show, man. It's always been an honor. It's always been a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I do what I can every now and then.
Oh, he's coming.
You know, I just, sometimes you just can't take these shows too lightly. You can't take them too lightly. You know what I'm saying?
Overtaken.
You just never know what you're gonna get this down.
Nephew Gerald doing the Leech Maximo on him.
You just never know you're gonna have a cub on, man. Look, I see y'all caught me out there. I got my gold chain, but I ain't got no gold teeth in this thing today, baby. So I'm just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? This is, man, Michael Holler, let me tell you something, Michael Holler. You know, I've been in this game since 1982. You know what I'm saying? I was born in the 70s, but I was raised in the 80s, baby. Now I'm trying to look back to me. I'm transforming up, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, hey, let your soul blow, man. That's a cub moment right there. I gotta, hang on, let me.
So
It's dry and wet at the same time.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. That's how we get down, baby. That's how we get down.
Exactly. Exactly.
Bruh.
Seeker, bro. Go ahead, Seeker.
I want to thank you again for the honor, allowing me to be on here, Mike, with the rest of my fellas, my brothers over here, man. Sorry again, I was late. Want to just give a shout out to the TF Marauders, to the Attic in the Basement, T3PK, all my guys up in here, man. Honestly, every time I get a chance to get on this mic with every one of y'all, man, it's a true honor to be with the legends, bro. And, started my first YouTube. I don't know if you saw it yet, Michael, but go check it out. It's the review of the YOLO Park combo. Of course, had to start it with Seekers, right?
Yeah.
So it started with Thundercracker Skywarp, the AMK series. Check it out. Critiques are always open. I hope to do a lot more. I want to grow up to be like Quest with his channel, and the Chris and everybody up there, man. So one day. But again, thank you. It is truly an honor as always. Can't wait for part 2.
You did a great job, Seeker. I watched the video, and it was very comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but it was very comfortable for me to watch it. And the feeling I got was like, wow, like kind of like, when you don't know what to watch on TV, and all of a sudden Bob Ross shows up, and you just put all plans on the side, and you sit down and watch Bob Ross paint a picture. That's how it was. I'm like, all right, cool. And your voice, the way you described it, everything, the fast forwarding of you assembling it, everything was really good, dude. Like, so I just wanted to make sure I give you acknowledgement for that, because when we start something, it's hard. You don't know, am I doing something right? Am I doing it good? So feedback is so important. And
absolutely,
I just want to let you know that I thought what you did was great.
I appreciate it, man. But a lot of it was because of every one of you guys. To be honest, it's little snippets of shows that you've done, Mike, things I've seen Chris with his live, took a little bit from Quest, took a little bit from, shout out to Deluxe Baldwin, some of the great reviewers out there, man, and some of the great shows. I mean, I still want to call you and pick your brain, because all the stuff that you have on the screen, the music, everything, man, I have a lot to grow up in, man. I'm the baby compared to y'all. So, I only hope to do the best I can. MD Seeker 1, man. Jonathan.
MD Seeker 1, guys.
Yeah,
Look
just
it up
search.
on YouTube. Everybody here, we got 9 people watching. MD Seeker. Once this is over, go on there, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell. You know, Seeker is on this panel. Everybody on this panel, dude, if they got a page, they are worthy of your like and subscribe and hit that bell. Trust me, you know.
So all help each other, bro.
Um,
Universe is big
I'm
enough
always
for
saying,
everybody.
look, I always like to be honest. Look, you know, I think my wife hates that I'm a very honest person sometimes. If I don't like something, I would say I don't like it, you know, and it might rub people the wrong way, but I always try to be as honest as I can. So when I'm telling you guys, I had a great time watching Seeker's video. That's the honest truth. I'm not saying it because he's my friend. He's on this panel. You know, he's not paid to say anything for the Iacon Files. Whatever he says, that's on his own. But he did a great job. I did want to point that out. So
And
everybody
definitely go
here,
watch. Definitely
jump on
watch
there
Mike.
and subscribe, man. Seriously.
That flea market joint was tight, Mike. So
Oh,
I'm saying
dude,
everybody
yo.
watch Mike's, everybody watch Quest. I know he's got good plans. Obviously T3PK forever. You know what I mean? We're all here for each other, bro. Marauders, you know that's the ride or die right there. Let's keep it going, fellas. To support every one of these shows, man. That's a lot of creativity, a lot of work that goes into it. You know what I mean? We got to support our brothers in everything that they do.
And just a heads up, in about 3.5 weeks, Manu will be starting a new YouTube channel where he'll be baking homemade wheat bread. And
make you
he's
hungry.
Yeah, gotta check it out. Check it out.
That's news to me.
Bada bing.
And he's gonna give us the recipe to his world famous bacon sandwiches.
Yo, for real.
That's interesting. I'll be happy to see it.
And DJ with that crazy trivia, bro. You don't know how many times as soon as you pop that question up, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get the answer.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. You know, I
I
like
got
to
a
get
ginger.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You got the crazy orange cat.
Mr. Pawpaws.
with that emperor cat.
Yeah,
There you go.
he keep doing what he's doing. He been up the whole while bothering.
Tigger. Come on.
You know him, Tigger?
Want to see anything, Maximus?
Yes, sir. Watch it pick up a 50-pound cat.
Here he is.
Oh, look
There
at
he
him.
is.
Oh, he's so
There he is. Say
cute.
Tigger. What's going on, Tigger?
Tigger, that's a
Look at
perfect
that.
name.
Look at that.
Yeah.
There he is.
He's like, get me off here.
Right.
Anything? You say anything, Maximus? You're all set.
You know what? I appreciate you inviting me to the show. It's always a pleasure. I mean, I appreciate you guys listening to me and my nonsense and ramblings. I know sometimes it's real controlled here. I can really go off the edge. I just don't do it. With a shout out to the Marauders, T3PK, the Basement, and the Attic. I love watching all those shows. I can't remember Hassan's and what's his name show?
American Dads.
American Dads. Shout out to that.
Yeah, American Dad.
Shout out to the Iacon Files. Anytime you're on, I try to see and support. Hey, all the reviews out there. I watch all you guys' stuff. I enjoy it. The Lux Baldwin, Jeremy Hanger. I don't know if anybody other than me watched Perspective. That Perspective in. He's kind of funny to me, But hey, MD Seeker, I loved your first episode. Hope to see many more.
That's the plan, brother.
Get some Donald box up there.
Oh, that's coming.
Q.
I ain't got nothing going on right now. Nothing consistent, man. Shout out to my TF Marauder family, my Repeat TK family. I'm like I don't know. I'll figure something out soon and try to be consistent with it as possible. But can't put baby in the corner, so
Yes, sir.
DJ.
Well, it's just been a pleasure seeing everybody and just chopping it up with everybody tonight. I'd like to thank Mike for inviting me on the show, brother. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank my panel members here, man. Like I said before, it's just great to see y'all and just to chop up, talking about the 13 primes and everything else to get everybody's perspective, because it helps me, you know, think of other perspectives as well. And that's just a great thing whenever we're able to exchange knowledge and wisdom with one another. I'd like to thank T3PK, the TF Marauders, the Basement in the Attic, you know, the entire kingdom. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. Definitely appreciate y'all. We can't do what we do without you all. So thank you so much. I don't do any content. I just like to serve and support the community wherever I can. So I'm always here, proud to serve, proud to support. Thank you.
Bada boom, bada bing, man. Thank you,
Well
guys.
said.
Listen, everybody and who's watching, anybody that might be stumbling on YouTube for the first time, this is the Iacon Files. We got a band of brothers here, and you know we all support the Kingdom, Transformers third party Kingdom. The reason I'm always saying it, the reason why the Iacon Files is around is because of Chris and Carrie's vision. You know, it's been a blessing, and I'm sure it's been a blessing to all of you guys. And I just want to thank everybody. If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. You know what I'm saying? Show some support to me and to everybody on this panel, man. You know, it's we're just trying to do something for everybody out there who's seeking knowledge, something fun to do, and everybody has a little bit of something to add to the overall pie is what I'm always saying. So stay tuned. I'm going to get in touch with everybody because I want to make sure if I can get everybody in. I'll see when Chris is. I don't know if you know if you're available next Monday, Chris. If not, we'll set it up so when you're around.
It'll be the following Monday. Like next Monday is my Monday to work, and yeah. So So it alternates. So whatever Monday I'm off, that following Monday is a Monday I work.
Okay. So let's.
That's how that works.
So everybody, let's plan on coming. Not this Monday, the following. So we're all back.
2
Gives
weeks
us some
out.
time to reset. You know what I'm saying? That way we all, you know, we just have a great chemistry, and I really feel like Chris is a very important part of this band of brothers here. So
Quick
let's
question: Isn't it
plan-
Memorial Day?
I'm about to say
You
that's
work on
next
Memorial Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Wow.
week. You get robbed.
When I was on my Monday through Friday, I wouldn't be working it. But now that I'm on this this shift as a team lead, I got to be there. I got
I got you.
9 guys under me. Supposed to be 9 guys under me, so got to be there.
Well, we all know you're dealing with a nuclear reactor, bro. That don't stop. We understand.
Yeah, so it ends up being June 1st is the Monday. Chris will be
June
back.
1st. Okay, yeah, I'll be back June 1st.
All right.
Full effect.
Everybody in the comments, June 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to come back for part 2 of the 13 Primes, all right? And you know me, I'm always going on live, dude. I don't care if it's a pack of gum. You know, I'll surprise, yo, you don't want to miss this. Like, oh, damn, what did Mike get? Double mint gum. Damn you, Mike. Yeah, man. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all you guys. What an honor it is. Thank you for just allowing me to be your friends and just welcome me into your overall life. And I appreciate it, guys. So to everybody out there, this is the Iacon Files. Bada boom, bada bing. Like I always say, I got a lot of people saying, man, I caught myself saying that. So, bada boom, bada bing, guys. Peace out. God bless and stay safe. Yo.
The Iacon Files. The past still whispers, the future unfolds. A timeline of questions waiting to be revealed. Powered by the Force, the ultimate mission to bring balance to the universe. My midichlorian readings are words of fictional stories. The Force chose me to bring light into the galaxy. My journey takes me to uncharted territories. The Iacon Files is here to shed light.